One thing is for certain in Arizona, our summers are hot, the sun is intense, and we're getting our first taste really this weekend with triple digits. And that means you have to put in the work to protect your skin. But sometimes you go to the store, it's a little confusing, you're in the sunscreen section, and you're like, okay, which one do I want? So we brought in John Shaff with Stockton Dermatology. Good morning, thanks for being here.
Good morning, Carly, thank you for having me.
I will say, I've gone to Target recently, and I'm like, which one do I get? So where do we start when we're at that sunscreen aisle?
You know, that's the problem. It's so overwhelming. It's like, where do you begin? What do you get? You know, mineral, chemical, spray, no spray, all those things. I guess I would first start off by saying, you know, something is better than nothing. If I can get you to wear something, you know, skin protection for prevention of skin cancer is ultimate. Obviously, there's many choices. You know, starting off, everyone's familiar with, you know, sprays. You know, you get the bottle,
Yes.
You spray them off, you're trying to hold your kids and spraying it before they go. The good, the bad, and ugly with that is that it's an aerosol. You can breathe it in, can get in the lungs. That's not good. Chemical sunscreens can be absorbed into the body. We don't really know exactly what that does yet or the effects of that. A great sunscreen that's a spray coverage is Kinesis. Other ones such as you know, Zelios here, for example, is a zinc oxide, which is a UVA and UVB, so covering both spectrums. The UVB is the type of UV ray that burns you, but that gets blocked also by ozone and other things. UVA is what doesn't get blocked by ozone and comes through your window. So most important is looking at something that's broad spectrum. And you see that label on the bottles you're looking at. Get a broad spectrum. That way you know you're covered both ways.
And you prefer mineral over the chemical.
Why is
that?
I do personally, just because it's a natural blocker. It's not chemical. There's no systemic absorption. So I like that. This one, for example, I love. I get it on my kids. It rubs in right away. The zinc is micronized in it, and so that, you know, absorbs, doesn't leave them with that white sheen, doesn't hurt their eyes, and it's great. With the sprays versus the, you know, the lotions or the minerals, the sprays you need to put on about 20-30 minutes before, so it actually, you know, adheres to the skin. How many times have you, you know, sprayed your kids or you yourself, and then you jump in the pool right away,
like
and you
30 seconds later,
and you see the oil sheen? Well, that's all the sunblock. It's not doing you any good. So that's another reason why I like the mineral.
How long do you have to wait before you jump in?
You can go almost right away, just a couple minutes.
So how long, because I was out the pool on Thursday and I put sunscreen on and I was out there for quite a bit and I never reapplied and I got so burned.
That's a huge point. Just as important as putting it on in the first place is reapplying, and reapplying every 2 hours. The sun protective factor of these does wear off. So the other things to consider is hats, sunglasses, you know, sun protective clothing, stuff like that, very important. I'm the old guy in the pool now wearing hats, sunscreen, and a long sleeve shirt.
You're that guy. What about these bands? Because you were telling me about these.
The bands are great. These are relatively new. There's ones that turn blue and turn purple, both the same. As soon as there's any UV detection, they immediately turn color. So it just serves as a reminder to say, oh, hey, wait a minute, I'm getting UV exposure. I need to make sure I have something on.
And as far as the SPF goes, because I still always go to the drugstore and I'm like, okay, do I want a 75? Do I want a 30? Does it really matter? Anything
30 or more, absolutely. I always tell my patients, you know, 30 to 50. Anything over 50, you know, up to you. If there are other issues, if you're on medications that increase your sun sensitivity, a lot of acne medicines, certain antibiotics that do as well. You know, certainly you want higher. Yeah. So anything over 30.
But for the most part, 30 to 50 is
Correct.
good. John Shaff with Stockton Dermatology, I appreciate your time this morning, kind of giving us the lowdown on what we need to do, Paul, because it's a coming with temperatures getting into the triple digits today. It's our first big hot weekend of 2022.
Yeah, some great reminders there from John. We appreciate it.